Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, Mike Tyson's aide in Francis Ngannou's first boxing training camp may have been fabricated. Additionally, Tom Aspinall reveals Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic was originally viewed by UFC as double retirement fight. Lastly, DC explains why UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev should fight Conor McGregor next. Mike Tyson's aide in Francis Ngannou's first boxing training camp may have been fabricated. That's according to a new report from Yahoo Sports' Kevin Iole. The former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou is set to make his long-awaited professional boxing debut against the undefeated Tyson Fury in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia this weekend. Throughout training camp and appearing in his corner on Fight Night will be the legendary figure that Fury was named after, the aforementioned all-time great Tyson. Kevin Iole took to Twitter and wrote the following: "The Saudis have paid Mike Tyson to act as Francis Ngannou's trainer. They are flying in celeb boxers, including Pacquiao, Duran, Morales, George Foreman, M.A. Barrera, Joe Calzaghe, Tommy Hearns, Frank Bruno. Floyd Mayweather may go too." Tom Aspinall has revealed that he expected to fight for a title regardless of Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic's cancellation. As Dana White revealed last night, Jones is now out of UFC 295. Jon Jones was originally slated to headline the card against Stipe Miocic in his first heavyweight title defense. Instead, fans will get to see Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Pavlovich in the co-main event as they will battle for interim gold. Tom Aspinall reacted to Jon Jones's withdrawal against Stipe Miocic. There, he revealed that the UFC was already looking at a potential vacant heavyweight title bout in early 2024. The reasoning is obvious. Both Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic have publicly discussed retirement. With the current champion approaching his 40s and the former already being there, the UFC was already looking to the future. According to Tom Aspinall, he was likely going to fight for gold anyway. Talking to the media, this is what he said: "So the original plan was kind of, those two guys were going to fight and Sergey was the backup. Then, they were kind of under the impression both guys were going to retire afterward. They were going to wait and see how that played out a little bit. If they both were going to retire, I was going to fight Pavlovich for the vacant title anyway. Like, early next year anyways. So I think they were just going to wait and see what happens after this card anyway. It was just a big waiting game for me." UFC commentator Daniel Cormier has explained why he believes the promotion should book Islam Makhachev versus Conor McGregor. Last weekend, Islam Makhachev knocked out Alexander Volkanovski to successfully retain his UFC lightweight championship. It was an emphatic performance that cemented his status as one of the best fighters on the planet. However, many still want to see more from him when it comes to defending his belt against other elite lightweights. We're expecting either Charles Oliveira or Justin Gaethje to be the next contender, with both being seen as worthy adversaries. If neither of those come to fruition, there is another option: Conor McGregor. It certainly wouldn't go down well with a lot of fans, but in the eyes of Daniel Cormier, it could make for the perfect storm. Talking to the media, this is what he said: "I think Islam should fight Conor next. It's the biggest money fight the UFC can make, and why not? You have Islam Makhachev, who looks to be a guy who's going to be a dominant champion. In order to have that dominant champion go to the next level of superstardom, you need a foil. You need a guy that can elevate him. The guy that can elevate him to that level is Conor McGregor. Look at what beating Conor McGregor did for Dustin. Look at what it did for Khabib Nurmagomedov. We're not even talking about all the other levels at which this just makes sense. You have Islam fighting Conor after the issues Conor has had with Khabib and everything else. You have Islam fighting Conor, the biggest star in mixed martial arts. Conor coming back to the UFC. It makes all the sense in the world." Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.